Hey everyone, Chris Urso here. We're down at South Point Place Apartments in Jacksonville, Florida. We are doing our unit inspections. So one of the things we like about this property is pretty much this right here. It sits directly on a pretty main through street. Gets real good visibility that's being completely underutilized. Current management team is very poor, to say the least. Their marketing is almost non-existent. Tremendous opportunity to really increase your curb appeal on the property. It's got great visibility. So give you an idea here. You know, nothing fancy in terms of architecture, but a good, solid, working class community. Right next door to some neighborhood retail. I'll give you a little bit of a walking tour. Property runs on both sides of the street, so you have two buildings on the right side of the street, and then the rest of the property kind of wraps all the way around to the back. Real good unit mix of 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. You also have some townhouse units. This is a property that, you know, the value add opportunity really is in management and curing a lot of the deferred maintenance on the property. And enhancing the curb appeal, really. There's the 3 main components. The current tenant base is fairly low income, but I think there's a tremendous opportunity to improve that to a good, solid, working class community. What you can't see is literally within less than probably a 1/10 of a mile starts a tremendous office park with, you know, medical, FedEx, and things all similar to that, local businesses to tap into that aren't being marketed at all. So this gives you a perspective of the community. It's our buddy Joe over there and Jerry. Pool area. We got our inspection teams, engineers back there. The office. So that's the leasing area and the pool. You know, the place is about 90% physical occupancy right now. It definitely has potential to be stabilized, you know, in about 95%. The management team that we've enrolled here is local to Jacksonville. They have a tremendous amount of experience in C-class assets. They actually manage a property that we just blind shopped, which means we went and toured it as a prospective tenant during lunchtime today. They had no idea we were going over there. And it's only about 2.5, 3 miles from here, and they do an impeccable job. They're actually leased at about 95%. And, you know, the goal here would be to turn out the delinquent tenants as fast as possible, start filling it with more qualified working class tenant base. And, you know, rents are definitely below market as it sits now because of the shape that it's in. The property's in relatively good shape. But again, there's little things on the interiors that we wouldn't lease units in the condition that the current management team is leasing them in. And also ultimately, you know, some of the exterior deferred maintenance. With this level of property, you want to give people a good, clean, safe place to live. Give them great customer service, and you'll see that you tend to, the big opportunity is to be able to retain them for a long time. So another cool thing is this is a completely different style, but part of the same complex, and you'll see the residential neighborhood that it surrounds, and this street here wraps around our property, and you also get visibility on a separate street down there. So you get a ton of visibility here. You can see it's mainly, you know, single family bread and butter type of housing surrounding it. But back here you can see, if you can stick with me to the corner through the wind, giving you guys a full walking tour of South Point Place Apartments. We're currently under contract on it. We're going to be in the process of raising capital with our investors for the deal to participate alongside of us. And we're in the process of also shopping our financing options. So I just want to give you an idea of all the This is where a lot of the office starts back here. I mean, there's a ton of businesses back here that are not being marketed to at all for employee discounts or incentives, etc. So you could see again more frontage here on this street that's really being underutilized, because you get a ton of visibility this way as well. So this leads back into that whole office park that I was talking about. Across the street is just a little bit of it, but you go back here, you have companies like FedEx and you know, like I said, obviously you know, a lot of medical and just general business. We also have the Commerce Center right across the street and brand new Class A construction community that is back there as well. Now, to me, that's a good thing because they are not a competitor of ours at all. You know, the fact that a brand new construction community popped up literally less than a quarter mile away and is doing well, it's filling up, it's leased, you know, nowhere near our rents, and we have an opportunity to capture kind of the overflow that can't afford that type of community as we continue to improve this one. So I hope this gave you a good perspective. It's about 100 degrees down here in Jacksonville. So one tip, if you can avoid doing unit inspections on 100-degree days, it's definitely a big plus. If you have to do it, make sure you drink a lot of water. So continue to check us out, folks, at www.nationalreis.com and www.urscapitalpartners.com.